This is another elegy. These will be in a book called Elegies for My Beat Generation that Lithic Press will be putting out. So this is called Gregory Corso. When Gregory dies, there is a white butterfly in the yard taking notes and talking to the lemon tree in a low and antique voice. When Gregory dies, the piano player takes a bow in the yard next door on the day of graduation, and a lone preacher preaches to anyone passing. He was born in 1930 in time for the Great Depression and was passed from one strange hand to another. He did not know his mother. I met Gregory on Columbus Avenue with the poet Andy Clausen, the hod carrier. They came to my apartment and I read my Coit Tower poem, in which the tower is a shadow folded over a bed of flowers while the sky leaks and the streets turn into Chinese laundromats. He had his own Coit poem in the book called Gasoline, an anti-vertiginous tower, which struck me as defiance. He may have been one of the last bohemian poets, no MFA, no university job, no job at all, except poesy and the labor of being a drug addict. While he lived and worked, snow fell over his words, sunlight bore into his poems, wolves leapt every chance they had. When he turned his neck a moment to the skylarks escaping the grip of Shelley, his master, the always young poet who wept for the dead. When Gregory was a demonic Huck Finn, he learned how to proceed down a zigzag path in prison. He was handed poesy and illuminated prose. When he was freed, everything moved poetically on Greenwich Village's hometown morning streets and in the Harvard neighborhoods where he made his first book of poems. When I met Gregory, he was already a famous poet, one of the Beat generation. He could quote Poe's To Helen and celebrate the agate lamp. Gregory wrote Marriage and Bomb. He stole my stereo for drug money. He left baby Max under my care for weeks at a time. He spoke of Francois Villon as if he were a brother, now a medieval poet of the dark Parisian colonnades. When Gregory lives, a marching band rises from the garden and assumes command of all that is neat. He kept us writhing for his light. He thought our country oversimplified and found a complete complex of simplicity in a few well-chosen lines.